Hi everybody, the Monsieur Simmer here. Welcome back to Real Economy Trucking Euro Style. So I'm over here in Egypt, kind of at the far end of the ProMods Middle East map that I can get to. I'm trying to spend some time here in the Middle East. To be honest, it's been more challenging than I expected it to be. You know, we also have this opportunity that we can potentially get some loads to as well, but you know, we'll have to see how everything plays out. This is the shortest run I can find that doesn't take me on a ferry and take me somewhere else again. So I'd obviously prefer to not do that. So we'll see what we can see there, but obviously it's a bit of a challenge. I was hoping to just get something to Port Said and go from there, but no such luck.
Ready to roll.
So just rested at the end of the episode last time, so that gives us a fresh set of time, which is a great thing.
Get ready to turn left.
Alright, so we're here at Carrefour, I think. Or no, this is not Carrefour, this is Bonduelle. I think, I'm going to say, I think it's French. It may not be French, but I'm going to assume it is, and it's Bonduelle. So let's see. So we want, because see, these are going to like Greece or whatever, so we go way up there. You know, it's just too far. We don't want to go there, so. Alright, so it's that one. Obviously 4 very similar trailers. It looks like they have a tanker of something too, but I don't think that was available yet, so they might still be filling that. Or that could be a supply here, because yeah, it doesn't look like it's near any loading docks, so that may be something they're using to make whatever they're putting in here. So we are taking a load of non-alcoholic beer. So it could be something related to that. So this might be just a beverage facility. I guess it's probably still a brewery, just because it's non-alcoholic beer. So, all right. So let me reset. 345 is my distance on my trip. So you can follow that on the trip odometer down in the left-hand instrument panel. Obviously, we're going to need to go left here.
Turn left.
So I'm going to cut this guy off because I'm mean that way, but I want to give you as much daylight as I can. So given that it's already 5 p.m., I want to get moving. So hopefully we can make it through this light. I think it's the only light in town. There we go. So folks walking around on a Sunday evening, heading into the dinner hour. So we'll get ourselves moving, put the cruise on. I'm hoping this should discover the other side. Ooh, a little bit of problems in the water over there, but that's okay. Sometimes map design, I'm sure, is challenging. So it looks like some fields over there, maybe irrigated from the water that they've got. Boy, yeah, this is going to be ugly. Too much traffic and everything will probably slow down and a merge mess for certain. Oh, Mercedes. Fancy cars. Something that, well, what is going over there on the left? I don't know that it's going to come into view here. Is it like some kind of a beach vehicle, or maybe it's gone? Although maybe that was just something on the road, because there is another road here in Port Said, but either way, it's not showing us anything. Alright, that turn just seems way too sharp for my comfort. So we've gone both ways, but it didn't discover that section, so that's always a challenge too, if we were ever trying to get the 100%. Which is why sometimes I would almost say it's not worth trying, because I don't know that it's accomplishable
Keep right
when you have
and then turn right.
weird things like that. Woo, let me slow down because I'm going to have to go over here. And I am not going to pass him otherwise. Alright. So that gets me there. Oh my goodness, what is this guy doing? Other than trying to get in an accident with me. That was terrible. Alright, so we're back up to 80. And we're going to have to circle around and then go back up over this bridge. It's kind of the only way in and out here. So, normally I don't do a lot of looking around, but we may not be back here ever again. So, I want to give folks a view of what we've got. Because I probably will favor loads going anywhere else other than here. You know, if I get something that's to Port Said, maybe I'd come back, because I guess that would be worthwhile. But the other side of it, too, is I can easily get to Port Said from a ferry, too, so there's other ways to get here that don't require me driving. So I suppose there's a little bit less urgency to try to get back here when I'm in the southern part of Israel and stuff like that. But yeah, we're already at 6 p.m. You can already see the shadows are getting a little long. And we just have not gotten that far. It's just disappointing. I mean, our total ETA is 4 hours and 25 minutes, so... and we've only got 10 hours to get there with the delivery expected in. So I can't sleep, even though this is just a regular delivery speed. Alright, this is, I'm sure, going to be challenging, trying to go uphill here. But should be getting, looks like it's telling me 471 euros, which is pretty nice. So let's see what we can see here. Alright. So, sorry, I was playing with my dashboard to try to get... Alright, so now it's saying we're back. Oh, I see, because it's Africa and Asia. So we're crossing continents, actually. That's kind of cool. So in the previous episode, I came in here and it said Africa, and I was just like, well, are we, like, moving into other parts of Africa? We're leaving Egypt? Because obviously Egypt is in Africa, so... That's what was a bit confusing to me.
Keep left and then turn
Alright.
left.
So I was hoping that bus would let me in. It looks like he is. But
Turn left.
we're going to have to slow down here and deal with the other traffic, of which it appears right now there's not a shortage of. So, alright. Wow, that sign is really poorly placed. I can't see anything. I'm literally... Oh my goodness. I'm going out blind here. This is killing me. Oh boy, I don't like this. This is how he runs into me later. Ooh. Alright, well, I'm in the road now as I fumbled with my camera, so whatever we're doing, we're through. But wow, there's a lot of traffic that's going through this checkpoint. So again, we're going to burn minutes and minutes of time just waiting for these guys to get through. Oh goodness, there's like a tiny truck in between the box truck and the other one. Like, yeah, there's all these cars are going to stop, get inspected. Like, we don't have to stop here. So the nice thing is, like, once we get through there, we can go. It's not that kind of a checkpoint where they're checking anything. But we had passed this city the other way when we were coming back down here to Damietta. Looks like it maybe might be Dumyat. is what it's showing up as on my dashboard. Alright, so 1070. Now we're able to get going. So we'll decrease it a little bit because, again, no speeding tickets. So we got Baywa. So even last night it was just hard to see the signs even to see what we were passing by. But I also did say sand and rocks, like now that we're out of towns and so forth, so hoping we get to some other areas before it gets dark. I just don't think, because 3.5 hours, like, I'm pretty sure we'll be delivering in the dark. I don't think we're still going to have any level of daylight. I think we got at best another 1.5 or 2 hours before the sun goes down, so we might be able to get back to some of the couple other cities in Egypt that were there at the other end, but we'll see how that all goes. So what I was thinking as I was passing these in the dark the other way is, yeah, that it's probably just some areas with some buildings that are small communities. And I think that's the Mediterranean off to my left. I don't think Egypt borders anything. I mean, I think on the east side, I think you've got where the Suez Canal is and so forth. So I don't think that's part of the Mediterranean Sea. But that's not specifically where we're headed, and right now I know we're pretty much just going east, so I would not expect anything, other than the Mediterranean that we're by there. So, good news is, I mean, we don't have a terribly long distance. We've already gone 161 kilometers, so we're not quite halfway, but we're getting close. And so we should do more than half in the daylight, I would say. I'm pretty comfortable saying the sun won't set that fast, that we won't have gotten past that point. So a little bit of a hill here. But you can see the sun behind us setting away. It's getting close to the horizon there. So you know what that means, but we have a little bit of twilight, as we obviously would in real life, so well, we're still climbing longer than I thought there. But yeah, the only thing with SimHub here that I don't like with this dashboard is, well, I shouldn't say the only thing. I did have a real time thing on there, so I knew what the real time in the real world was. I don't have that, which is something I had in the Sim dashboard space, but alright, I'm going to try to pass this, but I may regret this because I really almost have to pass all 3 of these vehicles, and that's perhaps too far. I guess I can pull in behind him now. Alright, so we're coming up on something, aside from, I'm not talking about the windmill right here, but kind of off in the distance. Might be Cairo or something else, not sure. But I would say maybe another half hour before it starts getting kind of effectively dark. Yeah, we're already getting to the point you can start seeing the lights in the buildings. It really transitioned quite quickly there in the last 5 minutes. Wow. It's like someone just was turning the dimmer over the last 5 minutes, and we've gone from kind of daylight to suddenly definitely in the night. So, alright, so this is Arish. And I know, like, I think it slows down a bit through town here. And then, yeah, we got to get through Gaza, and then we'll get back in. Alright, so the good news is they're heading off, so I'll be able to move along as fast as I possibly can. I think once we get out of town, we're able to go back to 70 or whatever, so that's why I'm not slowing down. There we go. Alright, but I'd say now we're officially in the dark again, but at least we got a little bit of driving in the daylight. We've got 120 kilometers to go. So we should be there before midnight, no problem, but obviously we're not there during the daylight. You know, and it might not be a terrible time, even though if I was there during the day, I might not actually sleep. I think once I get there, because we'll be down to about 4 hours again, but it'll be 10 o'clock at night, so that'll be good. We'll still be kind of waking up mid-morning, which is not great, but at least we'll have more daylight ahead of us than we did now, starting at 5 p.m. So that will be the goal, and hopefully it'll all pan out well. So, still got well over 3/4 of a tank of fuel. Alright, someone passing us, that's what we had happen before. But we'll pass the station, and then obviously we're going to have the border point. Now here it is a document checkpoint, so this will take a little bit of time to get through these areas. So we'll see where this car goes, and then we'll pick the empty line of where he doesn't go. It looks like he's not going here, so I will go here. He can go straight and play around. And if he suddenly was deciding to go here, well then, shame on him for not having his signal on. I can't really do much. So I'm hoping I get out before this other truck. I probably won't, but I did notice last time now the truck's moving now, so we'll have to probably wait for him, although he is going slow, so maybe I'll get ahead of him. Alright, cool. Because I know how this worked, and it takes a while before things get moving. So I'd prefer not to deal with that if I don't have to. Alright, I think I need to get above 30 kilometers before the cruise will kick in again. But a little bit of a drive, and then we'll turn to the right after we make this sweeping curve to the left. And then at that point I think we'll be getting to the other checkpoint, getting us, well, we got to get through a little bit of Gaza, so I guess we won't hit the checkpoint yet. Well, this is going to be later than I thought. We might be struggling to get there at midnight. Ooh, that light, or that car lighting up suddenly was a little disturbing. Alright, so we just need to get out of Gaza. So again, I'm going to just push it, and it should be fine, because I can go 50, and then now we can go to 80, so we'll be good there, unless it slows us down here in Gaza proper. But it's telling me still an hour, so I guess we're still kind of in where we were. Alright, now it's, in theory I should be slowing down, but just trying to get there quickly so that I can have the most daylight for the next episode. That's what I'm thinking of. I wasn't speaking, so I apologize. So yeah, the burning cars and whatever, like, I'm assuming that's not, looks like they ran into the checkpoint sign. Pretty sure that's not how things look when you're over there constantly. They just leave cars there burning after they've run into their sign, but that's how this map maker decided to depict this. Don't know why, but can't control everything. Alright, so now we are back in Israel, and this is where we're delivering to, is to Rishon Zion, which I don't think is very far. Well, I can see on my dashboard it's 69 kilometers away. So, and it should be, I think, to the left of the road. But that was one that, once again, we hadn't discovered when I passed it. And obviously, just like Ashkelon, and we won't be discovering that either.
Straight on.
Alright, and there's the tank. So I've seen that tank like 3 or 4 times now. So I've been down here driving around this area for, I think, a couple episodes now, including this one. So that's the turnaround, and then good news is we're kind of getting up to speed, so that should help. Oh, this is one of those where it plays around because of these U-turn exits, but so I don't really need to do that, but that is why it's saying it. Does this go down to 1 lane, or alright, he's just not over in the right lane. I was not sure what I was seeing, but I'm like, he's clearly not getting out of my way and yielding. Alright, so Ashdod. So there's definitely some cities down here that I could go ahead and play around with. So I'll move over to the right again, because this is another one of those turnarounds that are common in this area, I've discovered. Kind of the only way to do that. Alright, I'll move over to the right lane, because it's the right thing to do. So I'm trying to remember, I don't know if this, I think this was, yeah, where I had a bit of a challenging rest stop, but there we go. So our delivery spot is now appearing. What just happened? I don't know why it did that. So I cannot tell you what just happened, other than I obviously started running into things. I don't know what changed the focus, but yeah, that was not pleasant. Oh, please don't tell me that I've got something closed. Alright, it's just a traffic stop.
And then exit right.
I was like, I don't need a longer drive now. Yeah, because I promised I didn't hit any keys, I didn't do anything. So, yeah, that was a bit of a disaster.
Get ready to turn right.
So, doesn't look like I did a lot of damage. I think I stopped it just as I was starting to hit the guardrail, but...
Turn right.
Alright.
And then turn right.
How quickly?
Turn
Alright,
right.
right there. So I kind of am going back to Danske
Here we are. Safe and sound.
Frankmont. I had been there before, so I've been at this kind of delivery location. I think I'm not quite at the Edge Bay this time. Oh, no, I am. It looked like it was a slightly different spot, but I guess it's not. So this is almost literally the same delivery type thing I just did. Oh well. I guess there's only so many delivery types out in this area that they've used, and so this is what we need to do. But alright, yeah, because last time I think I swung too wide, so I'm going to be a little more aggressive in positioning this time, so that I don't drift too far over. And now I should be, I keep always being a bit too far, so I'd like to be a little bit better, but there we go. That should hopefully help straighten that out, and then we'll put this back in. Oh, I still ended up angled over that way. Can't take me to any loading dock, I tell ya. So let's see where we end up here. Probably not quite leveling yet. 537. Oh, we did. Alright. So that is good. So back here. So I will continue And what do I want to do? I don't know that I really want to add any more distance, because we can already go 550 kilometers. It's just, you know, what am I getting bonuses on? There's a lot of just-in-time deliveries, so let me do that. So 7,804 euros, so our profit in 7 days has increased from last time. So it's definitely a good thing. Haven't checked the career menu in a little while, so let's just take a peek. So last 2 weeks I've had a few violations, red light and speeding, but I think those happened in one episode where I was just going a little crazy. So only 6.22% of the map explored. That is crazy. I will tell you that. But yeah, I'm just making sure that was accurate. Wow. I thought for sure I was over 10%. So I've been hauling around for a while. You can see how this all worked out. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, and you haven't yet, hit the like button. I'd appreciate it if you'd do that. It helps with the YouTube algorithm, gets things shared out. And if you're not a subscriber yet, I'd love you to join us here. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't bombard you with messages or anything. It just makes it a little easier to find the channel, and therefore check out what's coming out new. There's daily things. A couple things usually show up every day, so you know, hate for you to miss something that you might find entertaining. So please become a subscriber and help me hit that next milestone, which is 1,000 subscribers. I will see you next time.